Well, you've been here a year now, but we have a couple of people on staff who've been here 10 times longer than you have.
Hope they get paid more than I do.
And hopefully you might recognize this one. We'll do a retrospective up next.
Maybe expanded.
Well, finally tonight, this is a big year for some of us here at TV 13. You may remember a couple months ago, Jim Kincaid celebrated his 10-year anniversary with WVEC-TV. Well, this weekend also marks the 10th anniversary of Jane Gardner and me. In fact, we started on the same day, Jane and I. So tonight and tomorrow, I'll look back at what we looked like. We start with Ms. Gardner.
The following is a presentation of 13 News.
Jane started at WVEC-TV December 4th, 1978, as a reporter-producer for the weekly documentary program, Focus.
Once an art treasure is damaged, either through vandalism or simple wear and tear, it gets fixed, or mended as much as possible anyway, by the art doctor.
A museum is an oasis of art, a walled collection of special things in an ordinary world.
Good evening.
During her 2 years on Focus, Jane established a reputation for beautifully written, well-produced stories. They garnered many honors, especially one about a boy who received much-needed facial plastic surgery. Not only did it win a prestigious national award, a copy of it is now in the Museum of Broadcasting in New York. It was called To a Prince.
In this modern story, it is the surgeon's knives rather than a maiden's kiss that turned Peter Provato into a prince.
After Focus ran its course, Jane returned to her hometown of Richmond by day to cover the 1981 General Assembly session.
Jane Gardner, 13 News, the state capitol.
She came back to Hampton Roads full-time that spring to face a new challenge, the evening news at 5:36 and 11.
In 13 News tonight.
But Jane has never been content to stay in the studio where it's air-conditioned and the wind never blows.
Now here reporting live from the Yorktown battlefield is Jane Gardner.
Good afternoon.
That trip to Yorktown was just a short one for Jane. She has continued her interest in medical reports, traveling with the plastic surgery team Operation Smile to 2 developing countries, twice to the Philippines, once to Africa.
Operation Smile strains the space and staff at Camarine Sur Hospital.
Compared to much of Africa, Kenya is relatively well off. Even here in the seeming desolation of the Rift Valley, the children are healthy and well-fed, aren't you?
Jane returned home to Hampton Roads to occasionally salute hometown heroes, offer advice for your good health, and co-anchor the evening news with Jim Kincaid. Plus, this summer, she paired up with another well-known local commentator, Bill Whitehurst, at the National Presidential Conventions in Atlanta and New Orleans.
A Republican can work for the party for years to earn the right to pay his own way to the convention in New Orleans. So why do they come?
And only rarely have we wondered why we came here. And since I embarrassed Jane tonight, I'll embarrass myself tomorrow night at 11 with my own retrospective. See you at 6.